Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And 25:60 will be another verse where I'll be stopping to prostrate. And one of the things that you do, you ask for things, you glorify God, and what is said to them to aversion. Yeah, okay, that's how that verse goes. But Al-Furqan, and it's called the Chapter of the Discrimination. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, blessed be He who sent down the discrimination to His servant, that He might be unto the world a warner, whose is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and who has no partner in His kingdom, and created everything, and then decreed it determinately, and they take besides Him gods, who create not aught, but are themselves created, and cannot control for themselves harm or profit, and cannot control death or life or resurrection. And those who misbelieve say, this is nothing but a lie which he has forged, and another people hath helped him at it. But they have wrought an injustice and a falsehood, and they say old folks' tales, which he hath got written down, while they are dictated to him morning and evening. Say he sent it down, who knows the secrets in the heavens and the earth. Verily he is ever forgiving, merciful. And they say, what ails this prophet, that he eats food and walks in the market, unless there be sent down to him an angel, an unfallen angel, a light being. I mean, it's like, who even sees your soul? That's rare. And they're asking to see something of a whole different type of creation. That's just, unless there be sent down to him an angel, and be a warner with him. Well, they wouldn't be aware of it. Or there be thrown to him a treasury, or he have a garden to eat therefrom. And the unjust say, we only follow an infatuated man. See how they strike out for thee parables in air, and cannot find a way. Blessed be he who, if he please, can make for thee better than that, gardens beneath which rivers flow, and can make for thee castles. Nay, but they call the hour a lie, but we have prepared for those who call the hour a lie a blaze. When it seizes them from a far-off place, they shall hear its raging and roaring, and when they are thrown into a narrow place thereof, fastened together, they shall call there for destruction. Call not today for one destruction, but call for many destructions. Say, is that better are the gardens of eternity with which was promised to those who fear, which is ever for them a recompense and a retreat. They shall have therein what they please to dwell therein for that is of thy Lord, a promise to be demanded, and the day he shall gather them, and what they served besides the law, and he shall say, was it ye who led my servants here astray, or didn't they err from the way? They shall say, celebrated be thy praise. It was not befitting for us to take any patrons but thee, but thou didst give them in their father's enjoyment, until they forgot the reminder and were a lost people. And now have they proved you liars for what ye say, and they cannot ward off our help. And he of you who does wrong, we will make him taste great torment. We have not sent before thee any messengers, but that they ate food and walked in the markets. But we have made some of you a trial to others. Will ye be patient? My Lord doth ever look, and those who do not hope to meet us say, unless the angels be sent down to us, or we see our Lord. They are too big with pride in their souls, and they have exceeded with a great excess. The day they shall see the angels, the light beings, the unfallen angels. No glad tidings on that day for the sinners, and they shall say it is rigorously forbidden. Obviously talking about the afterlife. And we will go on to the works which they have done, and make them like motes in a sunbeam scattered. And the fellows of paradise on that day shall be in a better abiding place, and a better noonday rest. The day the heavens shall be cleft asunder with the clouds, and the angels shall be sent down, descending. The true kingdom on that day shall belong to the merciful, and it shall be a hard day for the misbelievers. And the day when the unjust shall bite their hands and say, Oh, that I had taken away with the apostle. Oh, woe is me, would that I had not taken such a one for a friend now, for he did lead me astray from the reminder after it had come to me. For Satan leaves man in the lurch. The apostle said, O my Lord, verily my people have taken this Qoran to be obsolete. Which, if you look at what's actually commanded, if anything, it's advanced. And that's true today, too. Thus have we made for every prophet an enemy from among the sinners, but thy Lord is good and guide and helper enough. Those who misbelieve said, unless the Qoran be sent down to him all at once, thus that we may establish thy heart therewith, did we reveal it piecemeal. Now shall they come to thee with a parable without our bringing thee the truth and the best interpretation. They who shall be gathered upon their faces to hell, these are in the worst place and err most from the path. And we did give to Moses the book, and place with him his brother Aaron as a minister. Harun is how the name would have been actually pronounced. Harun, We gave to Moses the book, and placed with him his brother Aaron as a minister. And we said, Go ye to the people who say our signs are lies, for we will destroy them with utter destruction. And the people of Noah, when they said the apostles were liars, we drowned them, and we made them a sign for men, and we prepared for the unjust a grievous woe. And Ad and Thamud and the people of Arras, and many generations between them, for each one have we struck out parables, and each one have we ruined with utter ruin. Why, they have come past the cities which were rained on with an evil rain. Have they not seen them? Nay, they do not hope to be raised up again. And when they saw thee, they only took thee for a jest. Is this he whom Allah sent as an apostle? He well nigh leads us astray from our gods. Had we not been patient about them, but they shall know when they see the torment who errs most from the path. Dost thou consider him who takes his lust for his God? Wilt thou then be in charge over him, or dost thou reckon that most of them will hear or understand? They are only like the cattle, nay, they err more from the way. Hast thou not looked to thy Lord, how he prolongs the shadow? But had he willed, he would have made it stationary. Then we make the sun as a guide thereto. Then we contract it towards us with an easy contraction. And he it is who made the night for a garment and the sleep for repose, and made the day for men to rise up again. And he it is who sent the winds with glad tidings before his mercy. And we sent down from the heavens pure water to quicken therewith the dead country, and to give it for drink to what we have created, the cattle and many folk. We have turned it in various ways amongst them, that they may remember, though most men refuse aught but to misbelieve. But had we pleased, we would have sent in every city a warner. So obey not the unbelievers, and fight strenuously with them in many a strenuous fight. He it is who has let loose the two seas, this one sweet and fresh, that one bitter and pungent, and has made between them a rigorous prohibition. And he it is who has created man from water, and has made for him blood relationship and marriage relationship. For thy Lord is mighty, yet they worship besides of law what can neither profit them nor harm them. But he who misbelieves in his Lord backs up the devil. We had only sent thee to give glad tidings and to warn. Say, I ask you not for it a hire, unless one please to take unto his Lord away. So religious guidance is not to make money. Some people make money from teaching, but not pay to pray. It's to evoke that change in your life. I ask you not for it hire, unless one pleases to take unto his Lord away. And rely thou upon the living one who dies not, and celebrate his praise, for he knows well enough about the thoughts of his servants. He who created the heavens and the earth, and what is between them in 6 days. Time periods. Yom is more than, it could be even less than a day, but it could be more than 1 billion years, or 1 trillion years, or whatever. In 6 days. And then made for the throne the merciful one. Acts. And then made for the throne the merciful one. Acts concerning him of one who is aware. So God has the holy throne. But I don't know, maybe somebody would think something implied in that translation that's not really there. But it's God's. The merciful one is God. Acts concerning him of one who is aware, and what is said, adore ye the merciful. They say, what is the merciful? Shall we adore what thou dost order us? And it only increases their aversion. Blessed be he who placed in the heavens zodiacal signs, and placed therein the lamp and an illuminating moon. And he it is who made the night and the day alternating for him who desires to remember, or who wishes to be thankful. And the servants of the merciful are those who walk upon the earth lowly, and when the ignorant address them, say peace. And those who pass the night adoring their Lord and standing, and those who say, O our Lord, turn from us the torment of hell. Verily its torments are persistent. Verily they are evil as an abode and a station. and those who, when they spend, are neither extravagant nor miserly, but who ever take their stand between the two, and who call not upon another God with the law, and kill not the soul which Allah has prohibited, save deservedly, and do not commit fornication, for he who does that shall meet with a penalty. Doubled for him shall be the torment on the resurrection day, and he shall be therein for a despise, save he who turns again and believes and does a righteous work. For as to those, Allah will change their evil deeds to good, for Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. So you can look at every chapter as being part of a pair with something else in a certain way, and the punishment for the sexual acts outside of marriage, and for the inner and outer course outside of marriage, telling you, hey, don't do this, there'll be penalty, and the penalty is in the last chapter. Save he who turns again and believes and does a righteous work, for as to those, Allah will change their evil deeds to good, for Allah is ever forgiving, merciful. So, don't feel as woe if you have sinned, even to such a degree. Try to do good to make up for your past. God's forgiving aside from that. And he who turns again and does right, verily he turns again to Allah repentant. And those who do not testify falsely, and when they pass by frivolous discourse, pass by it honorably. And those who, when they are reminded of the signs of their Lord, do not fall down thereat deaf and blind. And those who say, Our Lord, grant us from our wives and seed that which may cheer our eyes and make us models to the pious. And those shall be rewarded with a high place, for they were patient, and they shall meet therein with salutation and peace, to dwell therein for a good abode and station shall it be. Say, my Lord cares not for you, though you should not call. And ye have called a liar, but it shall be which ye cannot shake off. So, of course, asking for God to do good through your spouses and your children. And it's not that enjoying yourself or being entertained is wrong. It's that's the next step to doing wrong, is the wasting your time. But you can certainly enjoy yourself learning and doing what's good and whatnot.